Hey, what's going down, Dude Brown? Check out what ShowZ sent me. It is Unique Toys' Dumb, aka Bayverse Skids, a perfect pairing for their previously released Mudflap. Unique Toys has really outdone themselves in developing and manufacturing a toy that looks great in both bot and alt mode. Much of it harkens back to the days of Human Alliance figures where the toys had realistic interiors that could house figures. And if you go back even further, one can state that this is the evolution of the Transformers Binaltech Alternators line, which were the predecessors of all current MP Transformers. I think this is a splendid toy, and that's coming from someone who generally isn't a Bayverse movies or toys fan. Check out the review, which will largely focus on the transformation and see if this product's right for you. I like it. Enjoy. Hey gang, thanks for joining me again. In today's video, we're going to be covering Dumb, aka Skids from Unique Toys, and this was sent to me by ShowZ. Thank you so much. And before the jump, I mentioned the alternators, Binaltech. If you're one of the young cats who watch this channel, you probably don't know what this is. This is Trax, and he's from the Binaltech line, alternators. And before Human Alliance, before Masterpiece and all of that, this is what was around. And one of the unique things about them is, see you can see the, you can see, yeah, my bad. You can see the seats inside there, right? And that was one of the unique features of the alternators Binaltech line, in that they transformed kind of like realistic figures, and like both in bot mode and alt mode. And that's where kind of like MPs came from, and eventually Human Alliance figures and all of that, third party, etc. You know what? Before we jump into this, let me quickly show you the box. But anyway, that's a little bit of the background on him. I don't have a ton of Unique Toys' figures, but I'll tell you this. After reviewing both of these guys, I've quickly become a fan. The box, it's kind of like no frills and stuff. There aren't any instructions packaged with it, which was a little bit of a pain in the butt, but it's gravy. And it comes with these like these really hard like plastic cards. This one is Skids and Mudflap, kind of doing the whole Dragon Ball like fusion dance type thing. That's pretty cool, man. They look very symmetric. And as you'll see in the video, transformation-wise, yeah, it's nearly identical. And this is just Skids over here. Hey, and you can see me back there in the reflection. Cool, right? Yeah. And whoa, look at that tech spec, dude. He's the strongest of all Autobots. Anyway, why don't we go ahead and transform this dude, okay? I'll be right back. One sec. All right, let's start with the transformation. And you can see he's in his "come at me, bro" pose over here. It's pretty cool. Oh, you know what I just realized? Mudflap has the big hen on the other side. Huh. Never noticed that. They're kind of like mirror figures. And like I mentioned, this is a very nice piece. But there are certain areas that confound me, that are kind of difficult for my brain to understand, and that is the legs. And you'll see in a second. I think it's easier to actually transform him from... Oh, that neck joint is super tight. I think it's easier to transform him from alt mode into bot mode versus the other way around. And so, yeah, just kind of bear with me, okay? So we're going to do this backward in terms of how they have the steps. And I'm just going to tell you up front, there's going to be a ton of areas where I get lost, okay? Just know that I'm doing this from memory, and again, instructions weren't included. So this is going to open up like that, and that's going to flip down. I think Mudflap has this out, right? Like this or like that or something. But yeah, but if you wanted this to what is it, to pop out and give him kind of like a Bumblebee look, you could totally do that if you like. But yeah, so you start by opening that. That's kind of cool, man. It gives him this like winged vibe, like a hornet or something like that, like a wasp. And so these are the areas that hang underneath the door, and we're just going to open this all up, and that's going to fold up. And the natural sequence, you can see like this is the front of the car, and this will end up hugging like the wheel well back here. But yeah, so we kind of do that. I'm just like, oh. All right. I think from here, that was the last piece. We're going to undo the belly. The belly actually houses, not houses, secures this in place, this whole housing. That's what I meant to say. Okay, so you lift it up, and you can see that these posts over here, these little tabs, they're actually from the back of the car, and it is on clear plastic, or no. Yeah, some of it is on clear plastic, but it feels pretty sturdy to me, and so yeah, I don't know. I'm not complaining too much, even though I complain all the time. If you watch this channel, you know I love complaining. But so you're gonna flip this up, right? And this is really cool. I love the fact that everything just kind of tabs in here, but Mudflap definitely tabbed in a little bit better than Skids did. So, but that's fine. That's fine. And this tabs in here, and this actually tabs into the roof of the car as well. And considering it's green on top of translucent, they did a pretty good job in terms of matching it up. I just hope there's no lead paint in there. That would suck. As far as the yeah, see, all right. So we're gonna transform this part first, but this part's gonna like get in the way. It's gonna be all spinning around. I hate that. I hate when there's stuff like all crashing into my hands. But yeah, so this is me, just man-child crying again. The dash. Okay, I mean, we're gonna do this later, but I guess we can do this now. The steering wheel is actually gonna slide over. And in order to transform him, yeah, you do need to center it. So that's kind of unique, right? And then you kind of get a glimpse of this whole like alternators, Binaltech thing that I was talking about with the inclusion. Oops, couldn't even see that. With the inclusion of the steering wheel. I'm sorry about that. So from here, what we're doing is the wheels are going to orient outward. And then you are going to prepare, like ultimately the arm, you want it to be sitting like it's gonna do yeah, it's gonna be like this. And there's nice little ratchets over here on the elbow, by the way. You're gonna want it to look like this, and I'm gonna clean it up just in a second, but ultimately this is gonna get there. This is gonna fold down, and you see that little tab? This will lock that into place. But before we do all of that, I'm just going to kind of situate everything because the hand actually needs to hug the back of the chair. And so let me actually just get the arms in position. And yeah, and for what it's worth, everything's more or less, it's pretty sturdy. And so the shoulder pole. Come on, brain. Like, yeah. I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm neurodivergent, and sometimes, one second. Sorry about that. Yeah, I'm neurodivergent, and sometimes I'll be going through a sequence, and it will just make my brain collapse. I'll just have a brain fart. Like, it'll stop working. Things won't make sense to me, and I kind of have to, like, clear my head a little bit. Yeah. And in terms of, like, my neurodivergence, actually, it was relatively recent that I learned about it through a discussion with my mom. I mean, I'd always known that I was a little bit different. And by the way, see these over here, these little tabs on the side, they're going to tab into the sides of this wheel well thing, and that's going to secure everything in place. But it's just tough, and so again, I'm not going to do it now because I gotta get these bits down too. So anyway, before we do that, let's do the feet. And oh, the feet are going to mess me up. They're going to mess me up. But yeah, back in the day, I was going to say when I was growing up, it was rather weird for me. It's like I was in gifted class, but I was also in remedial class. So it's kind of like, how do you factor that, right? Meaning it's like I was really, really, really good and like quote unquote like genius levels at certain things, and other things I just could not get. And it was kind of perplexing, not only for me, but for my family as well. It's like, well, what? You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I had a long conversation with my mom, and yeah, she kind of revealed to me. It's the line from, I don't know if you guys watch He-Man, but fabulous secrets were revealed to me. Okay. Anyway, see that bit, the center, and dude, I gotta cut my nails. This center bit is going to sit inside that little empty cavity under the sack, but getting it there is what really messes me up. And oh, I may have done it. Weird. Okay. But I don't know where this goes now. Like, this is... Like, this is in the right place, but this just seems kind of off. One moment. Sorry about that. I stepped away and I had to look up some instructions online. I'm pretty sure this is right, but just I don't know, man. It's making my brain tingle. Like something feels weird. But we'll know when we're putting this together. Yeah. And then from here, this is going to come untabbed, but a lot of this we can do later. The most important part really is kind of this. And, oh, you know what? I forgot to do something pretty major. And that's, you gotta spin the waist around. But like, oh man. I'm trying to find clearance right now. 1 second, dude. Okay, I was starting to go into a panic attack, so I kind of had to breathe. So we're gonna spin this around. Okay, that's another one of the things. Yeah, I'm prone to panic attacks and things like that. These I wish secured a little bit better, but they don't. But yeah, you know what I was saying about like who I am and my nature and my makeup. And by the way, this goes up and this is going to spin. We're almost there, by the way. We're almost at the finish line. Okay. Okay. You gotta bring these down. These are the doors. Nuts, right? Nuts. And then we're gonna pull down the seats, and those are gonna hang down right over there. And this is what I was talking about. The hands are going to hug the back of the seat. And these tabs that you see on the forearms are going to rest underneath the seat. And so they're almost like cradling it. I just wish it tabbed in a little bit better. Like it's just loose. And so I can tab it in now, but there is a high chance that it comes like undone as I'm kind of going through this. But still, I actually enjoy the transformation. I know things are kind of like wonky right now. They look a little bit weird, but I don't know. I still have fun transforming this. And I also just like kind of talking to y'all while I do this. It is a bit of a one-way street. I wish there was a better way. I mean, I suppose I could do these on live streams and then we'd be talking together. Should I do that? Should I just post all of my things on live? Oh, I forgot to depress the head. Man. All right. So this bit all has to open up again. This pulls up, and then it will spin once I get clearance. And then it will sit back down. Okay. Oh no. All right, I'm going to redo the arms again, but I'm not going to torture you guys on camera. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I put everything back. And then from here, if you want to create the structure for the vehicle, you can start tabbing these in, and then these are going to tab into the side of the legs. And this will really bring everything home. And that's why I said it's easier to transform this from the car to the robot mode, because there's a lot of tabs and locking mechanisms that are already in place versus bot mode where everything's kind of floating around a little bit freer. Okay. I see it coming together, but it's not perfectly aligned yet. By the way, I don't know what type of car this is. Is this a Yaris or like a, what are those called? Those Toyota, there's a name, I'm forgetting. But, so we bring these back and they will tab into, or they're supposed to tab into the wheel wells or these tabs on the side of the arms. Now let me show you those things right there. And I guess you can get a decent view from the underside. It's not quite sitting in the channel. Okay, I think it is now, but there's all these hideous gaps over here and not happy about that. Oh, the head is stuck. Why is the head stuck? Bye. I wonder if it's the... I don't know if this is supposed to be raised. I may have messed it up, but we're going to just keep going, okay? Door's in the right place. This is bent up. This is tied into here. Then we're gonna bend this back. You know what? These are last. So the back of the bumper, this will flip up. These will flip out. This will rotate down. I don't think this tabs in anywhere. These do though. See those little tabs? You're gonna tab these in first before closing these up. There is definitely an order of operation, and so you double hinge these back, and you tab into the legs. But again, just got to get that spacing right. Okay, it's happening, folks. It's happening, folks. And then from here, you can bring that one down. Okay, all right, all right. We're doing the thing. We're doing the thing. By the way, I hope you guys are doing well, and especially if you watch this late into this video, that you're not one of those folks that tunes out after 30 seconds. Yo, my supreme gratitude to you. You know, I'm on this journey of, you know, I'm trying to be more than decent. I'm trying to be a very, very good YouTuber who makes decent videos, but I do not have a background in video production or any of this stuff. So a lot of it is just build, measure, and learn. You just try stuff, you put stuff out there, you see how it did on the analytics, and then you learn and you decide whether you're gonna do it again. Oh man. Okay, wait a minute. Almost. Oh, yeah. And so build, measure, and learn over and over and over and over. Maybe this is supposed to stick up like that, huh? I don't know, dude. Anyway, cleans up pretty nice, pretty nice, doesn't it? This part hanging on the underside of the chassis probably is a bit of an eyesore. Oh, not bad, dude, not bad. I can tell that there are a couple of areas where he does kind of bump, but that's not horrible. That's not horrible. I bet you if I kind of like, if I really worked at it and try to compress everything perfectly, I bet you it wouldn't hit the ground. Oh, it's this tire. The other one's nice, but this one doesn't like to touch the ground. Anyway, it's a pretty nice piece. If you're a Bayverse fan and you like Mudflaps and Skids, especially because Hasbro's probably not going to release these guys in Masterpiece or any type of form anymore, this is a really, really solid pickup. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, the transformation, the intro, the outro, and yeah, hope you felt that it was time well spent, okay? Talk to you soon.